Well, build my gallows and build them high. Makes a long time climbing before I die. I want the chance that's buried in his eye. Well, he gave me bars, but I can see between to a dusty yard and a long gone green. They call that freedom, if you know what I mean. And I drown my sorrows, but the whiskey's gone. I'm sober.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Quick Bang. I'm Matty. I'm joined today by Matt, Tom, Jimmy, John, and Dave. We're here to talk about Hibs' 3-0 win over Ross County this afternoon. Goals coming from Martin Boyle, Kyle McGuinness, and Christian Deutsch. I remembered that without writing it down because I saw it. That's the first win for the day. Matt, what were your thoughts on the game? Jump straight into it.
Excellent. Not much else you could ask for. Excellent performance, excellent game management. Just everything fell into place today. It was one of those games that's been coming, and what could have went right did go right, and that was everything. You couldn't have asked for much more.
Anybody in particular stand out for you?
Doyle Hayes was excellent. McGuinness had a good game. I think he sort of faded out a lot towards the end, but it's again just an overall great team performance.
Good stuff. Tom, what was your take on it?
Yep, exactly the same. I thought it was a brilliant first half. Because we got the goals that we deserved to get anyway, you know, it could have been a lot more. But then I thought the management of the game in the second half was absolutely exceptional. I thought you felt now it's really more important that we don't concede a goal. And everybody, I thought, played their part in that. I thought it was tremendous. Great game.
Good stuff. Jimmy, what about you?
Same as the guy says, they were absolutely magnificent. I says if we continue for Thursday's performance, we'll win easy, and that's exactly what we done. I thought Boyle and Jamie Murphy were exceptional. You know, both sides of the park, and I've got to say, as much as Boyle was brilliant, I thought Jamie Murphy was man of the match. 100%. If you can keep that and keep him fit. We've got so much possession, both wings, and the midfield going forward into the box, which is one thing I like, is midfielders getting into that position just to give us another option. You know, Deutsch, brilliant. And I'm going to say this, I thought Porteous as well at the back was just, you know, when Hanlon went off, you know, you could see him taking the reins and going, listen, lads, let's keep going, get the other goal, and I thought the whole team performance was magnificent.
Good stuff. John, what about you? You were in the West today.
A wee
change for East. How did you find that?
I was actually really good. In the famous fiver, normally I get to see it like long ways, but sitting in the West and the seat I was in, I got an even better view side on, so you got to see everything, and it was really good. Martin Boyle in the first half took it to Ross County players just with a move and his pace up and down that wing. Seen that close, that's frightening. Yeah. It's really frightening. Thought we were really good today. First half, outstanding. Could have went in 4 or 5. Created quite a lot of chances. Really, really impressed. I agree with the gentleman about Jimmy Murphy. That boy is fantastic. I seen him last week at Motherwell and wow, that boy, he just brings that little bit extra that we've been lacking in the midfield from creative. He likes to go forward, he likes to take a shot. He's just been unlucky a few times from getting it on target. The only thing I'll say about the second half is he took a foot off the pedal just a wee bit.
Yeah.
For going, I think we could have kept going and try and get another 2 or 3 goals. That could come back and haunt us in one game. You could play against a team, go 2-3 up, and it might just a team could maybe get a quick goal. So that's I wouldn't say it's a negative. I just felt that our foot came off the pedal. I think we could have kept going and try and get a few more goals, if that makes any sense.
It does. I thought maybe when he made the subs, it broke up the flow. The momentum. That's the right word for it, Jimmy. Dave, what about you? So you obviously would have had to cope with Hanlon going off at half time, so it'd be like the first thing. But
I was crying. I just hope his head's okay.
Aye, so
that's my main worry is that he's not getting his scars to his beautiful face. But no, for me, the midfield three are as good as we've had for years now.
Yeah.
Like it's taking me back to like McGinn and McGeoch. I know it's not that long ago, but it's that kind of drive that you're getting from McGuinness. It's the control you're getting from Doyle Hayes, and just the Newell again. I thought Newell was great today, and I think he's had a few poor games as the season started, but today he just kept it ticking over. The midfield three were just, I think, instrumental in winning that game. It gave the wingers a freedom to just do whatever they wanted to do, to kind of a wee bit of showboating, and it's a real good quality game to watch, especially the first half. Totally understand them taking their foot off the gas the second half, right? They've got game after game after game just now.
Yeah.
So, and they have to be really clever about not getting injured. And they were really lucky not to get injured, because what's the lad? Is it Callahan for them, the ex-Hearts boy? He's a horrendous footballer. Horrendous footballer. How he wasn't even, wasn't even booked, never mind sent off. He could have been sent off twice.
Yep.
It's one of the worst refereeing performances I've seen for lack of bookings and all the rest of it. I was actually waiting for half the Hibs team to get booked first. But from a performance point of view, I thought it was really, really good to watch. Exciting stuff.
The midfield three, I think we talked about it on, I think whether it was Longbangers or whether it was last Quick Bang that we did, but I think that is our starting three. 100%. It really, really works. If you would stick with that. But what I liked is when you started making changes, you're looking at Scott Allen coming on, Daniel Mackay coming on. It's not like we're bringing on poorer players. There are other players that have got something a wee bit different about them, but also they're at a quality that you'd want them to be at. Matt, what do you think today said about this Hibs team?
That we can be something, if that sort of makes sense. Like, we're not just here to take part in this league. Like, we are wanting, I know not challenging obviously for the title, but challenging for that second place this season. Celtic, all right, they won 6-0 today, but first game of the season they were honking, so I don't see why there's no reason we can't say we can challenge for second this season. I mean, when you look at that performance today, that was a really good performance from a team that you think they could be something in. A cup win as well possibly could be on this team this season, but we never know.
It's one of these things we seem to have got a wee bit of momentum behind us as a team and into the winning habit as well. Yeah. It's probably like the benefit of having a good pre-season and having all your players available, more or less. No Catton's not quite there yet, but more or less having everybody available at the start of the season to get off to a good start. Tom, it's been Sunday, Thursday. Dave mentioned kind of protecting the players and managing the game. You mentioned the game management. What impact do you think the win today will have on how we approach the game on Thursday night?
That's a good question.
Thanks.
I'll tell you, the first thing I remember Jack Ross last season talking about what he thought the team lacked was a bit of self-belief, a bit more confidence. And there was a point, I think, between the second and third goal, you just felt this wave of confidence going through the team. Mm-hmm. And it's not just about getting confident and then just running amok and just thinking it's about being controlled. And I thought everything they did, and especially in the second half, even though it would have been great if we'd got more goals, but I thought that it was so controlled, so well managed. It might be that like the game on Thursday, we might hopefully we'll score first. We might have to hold on to one goal. It felt like to me like that's a team that could hold on to a goal. Whereas I wouldn't have said that maybe the last couple of years when you would have thought we would have, you're always worried, you're anxious. I mean, you get anxious anyway.
Yeah.
But it feels like they're more confident. And for me, I'm a great fan of Gogic, and I think he always, being in front of the defence, always steadied them. They're playing without him. And that was, I thought, a great defensive performance. So they're kind of, I kind of sound to me, they're all very good quality players, but it seemed to me that they're building up a rapport with each other and all the rest of it. That good. What you want is a good defence to take that abroad and see how they get on there, because we've got folk that can score goals. Because I mean, Murphy and Boyle today were just outstanding. I thought, and Deutsch obviously, and we're going to get goals.
Jimmy, we were talking about goals. What did you think of the goals that we scored today?
Well, I mean, McGuinness was sort of a free header, but Deutsch's header was, just a centre forward's header, in between, bang, keeper's no chance. If there's ever such a thing as a good deflection, I mean, he's had a great shot, and it's taken that deflection, But if you don't take these shots, you don't get the rewards. Really, I mean, we're going into Thursday. We've got a great away record up to now.
Yeah.
You know what else, Matt? Where I was sitting, I was looking at the dugout, and it's the first time I've seen Jack Ross, shouting, "Come on!" Who's his sidekick again, Matty?
Potter, John Potter.
John Potter. He has a hell of a lot of, come on, get there, you Porto, get there, which is, that's encouraging for me, because sometimes you see Jack Ross, sitting in that dugout with his, and I thought, that'll do. If this isn't going to be the new way, well, it's working, and I'm pretty confident for Thursday.
I totally agree with you about Jack Ross and John Potter. And what I thought about Colin, who does the podcast, when I was watching, because he was complaining about when you hear managers, when there's no crowds and the mics pick up at the manager shouting when they're going, head it, second ball, and just saying kind of like just banal crap. You didn't really get that for Potter and Jack Ross. It was very specific, whether the instructions or their encouragement.
I think Potter's more, mouthy. He's more out there and instructing the players what to do, where to go, and Jack Ross just comes in behind and says, "Listen." So it's pretty encouraging, Matty. I really do think that on Thursday, I don't think they were much cop, to tell you the truth.
No.
I thought they knocked the ball about pretty European style, but no, I'm pretty confident.
But we'll come back to that and get a prediction for you in a couple of minutes. John, you mentioned Martin Boyle and his pace. Boyle seems to have started the season absolutely flying as he can. How important do you think he's going to be to Hibs this season?
Very important. I think if you lose him to injury, or God forbid someone comes in with silly money and offers a deal for him, I think he's going to be irreplaceable. He's like the spark of that team. He's the engine. When he's on form, he is fantastic. No way you can really stop him is by kicking lumps at him or pushing him down. He can put a ball in. He reads the game quite well when he's playing. He knows how to pick a pass out. I just think he's going to be irreplaceable if you lost him to an injury or that. He's going to be quite a big loss to the Hibs team.
I think you're right, Dave. Jake Doyle Hayes is second start for us, third start. How do you think he got on today?
I think he was top class. I mean, I know he was man of the match in the last game. And Tom was saying there about Godzic and the difference that type of player brings in. I think what you get from Doyle Hayes is you give him the ball and you're quite assured that he's going to either keep the ball or rotate the ball, right? And we're not going to lose possession. Godzic is a much more, backs of the wall defender. He'll get stuck in, he'll try and clear it and all the rest of it. I just think now that they've got a player, and that's what I was talking about, like McGeoch.
Yeah.
If you're a centre half and you've got a player like that in front of you, that if you can just find him, you're going to be fine because he'll just turn out and spread the play and all the rest of it. And I think he's an absolute star. And I'm surprised that more people weren't after him. I'd only saw bits of him at St Mirren, but I think he's absolute dynamite. And what we said before, those three that are playing just now, nobody's getting ahead of them. And Scott Allen can do all the greatest Hollywood passes that you'll ever see, but he's not going to break into that starting three just now. Not a chance.
No chance.
I think he'll struggle to get in the first team, definitely.
Aye.
Because
McGuinness is getting that. Yeah, McGuinness has got that industry now up there. The second goal, you talked about the goals earlier, but McGuinness getting forward now, which he was never doing before, about on the left. Right, he's getting forward. He's got the head on the ball. He scored one in the last game as well. Right, but that second goal was a great goal as well. The build up to it, the wee overlap for Doig, and again, brilliant to see Doig back on the pitch again and putting all the transfer stuff to the side. Great wee ball, and it's a simple goal, as Jim said, it's a simple goal for him to score, but it's finding him in that acre of space. So he just needs to nod it straight in. It's a super goal to watch. So yeah, really excited about Doyle Hayes and the whole team, to be honest, right now.
The gentleman,
very positive.
The gentleman next to me, when Doyle scored, the boy goes, "That's the free team goal scorers this last week." But just in different ways around.
So I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And the boy in front of me goes, "That's a good point." I was like, that's quite a good point. It's the same way, 2 weeks in a row we've had the free team goal scorers. So it's giving you a wee bit of confidence going forward. And the thing I'm really excited about is this Muller when he comes in, and how he's going to fit into the team, and what's he going to bring. So there is excitement, and as a Hibs fan, we've never really had this much excitement for quite a while since the Scottish Cup.
Yeah.
The coverage is better than it's been, I think, for seasons.
Yeah.
You know, we've just said there what happens if Boyle goes, but they've just said Mueller's going to come in. You've got Mackie that can come on and do a turn as well instead of Murphy. So all through the team now, and even, you know, if Allen comes on or one of the other midfielders come on, there's quality and depth now, which we've not had for a long, long time. And that's even before we sign any new players.
Yeah, because they're still looking at it, aren't they? We're still talking about a
Yeah.
centre half and a forward to come in. So it's it's good, Matt. We look ahead to Thursday. What's your prediction?
I mean, I'm sure I said on the quick bang after the Thursday game, I said we'd win 5-0.
You're close.
I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to say
Good.
we're going to go out to Croatia. It's Croatia, isn't it?
Aye.
I'm going to go out to Croatia, win 5-0, and we'll be through. But we just need to use the momentum. Just stay with it. Just do what we did today. Just keep things simple, and the result will come. It's just simple football is what we need to do.
I forgot we'd done predictions for next Thursday already. I thought we'd done them for the day. So Tom, I already got yours. I'll slip into home mode there. What we'll do then, Matt, I'll come back to you again, and then we'll go to the table. Man of the match for the day. Who's your man of the match and why?
Probably Doyle Hayes. I just thought he was just excellent in that midfield role. He just sort of broke up anything he needed to break up. He broke up anything when the ball came from Porteous. He'd spread it out wide. He got playing it out wide to Boyle or Murphy or going through McGuinness. It was just an excellent all-round performance. And as Dave mentioned, that sort of comparison to the McGeoch sort of player, I saw on Twitter as well. A lot of people saying that sort of McGeoch-like player, and I just see him only getting better as well.
I think it's a really good comparison as well, Dave. Tom, man of the match for you?
Well, a lot of contenders, I'll tell you that. But I mean, I would have said it was between Boyle and Murphy. But the thing I was talking about, the other thing I mentioned about Boyle in particular, somebody mentioned, I think it was John saying about him hoping he doesn't pick up an injury, because it's injuries or bookings that might, be the things we've got to watch out for. But I always think with Boyle, you didn't want him to get a shoulder injury, because when he drops his shoulder, he's past everybody. Again, if he injured that shoulder, we're buggered. Right? So we've got to keep him on the park. But I'd say it was between Boyle and Murphy, but I'm going to give it to Macy.
Well,
Did he even touch the ball today?
I didn't think so.
the referee was telling me, hurry up, come on.
Jimmy, you mentioned earlier you thought Murphy was your man of the match. You happy with that decision?
Yes, and the reason why, he's had a horrendous time with injuries, and last week at Motherwell, I thought he was really good as well. Boyle was probably better. Boyle was great again today, but Jamie Murphy, right wing, left wing, some of his balls into the box were brilliant. So I'm sticking with Jamie Murphy.
Yeah,
long may it continue.
He sort of glides across the park, doesn't he, Murphy?
Yes.
He's got a right sort of just graceful style about him. John, what about you? Man of the match for you?
Definitely Jamie Murphy for me. I agree. He's just some player, Murphy. I mean, that's 2 weeks in a row he's put in some really good performances. He's got a touch. It's just really good. He just knows how to find a player. He's having a shot on goals. Again, one of the shots will take a deflection, and that's all he's need. I think once he gets his first goal, I think we're going to see another side to him. He's going to step up another level. Even though he's an older player, he's got it in the bag, like the tank skill wise. He's a really good player.
I thought it was excellent. Dave, I'll come to you last and you can have the final word on it. My man of the match, I would have given to Christian Deutsch. I thought he led the line superbly today. It was probably the best performance I've seen for a wee while. Rounded off by a goal as well. So I thought he was excellent. And so, Dave, for you, man of the match?
Paul Hanlon.
Hanlon's bandage.
No, Hanlon's bandage. I'm going to start that Twitter account tonight. No, although I've said Doyle Hayes and the rest, I think the midfield three had a great game, but I do actually agree with Murphy. And I've not been a massive fan of Murphy, but he's shown in the last games what he can do if he gets a run of fitness. Some of his passing today was exquisite to watch, to be honest. So I would have given it to Murphy.
Nice one. Okay, guys, thanks very much for coming on. That's us out of time for tonight. Hopefully, we've got a good win to talk about on Thursday. So you're welcome back to come and talk about the game again. It's on, I think, Premier Sports if you want to watch it, and you've got Premier Sports and you can't make it across to Croatia. It's a good alternative for you. Until then, we'll be back with Longbangers on Monday night, and we'll need to do a short bangers at some point as well because we skipped that last week to talk about football. So until then, we'll catch you later.
County line, I pledged upon. Well, they trailed me down when I broke free. I drank all the whiskey in Tennessee. I don't drink water, no.